It's Weekend Handicapper. In this video, we are going to look at the Arkansas Derby. Race 11 Arkansas Derby, not to be confused with race 13 Arkansas Derby. They're doing a new thing this year, splitting up the fields and having two Arkansas Derbies. So let's look at the first one. But before we do, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get all the latest tips, tools, and resources to help you win some money on thoroughbred horse races. All right, so the 2020 Arkansas Derby, Volume 1, Race 11 at Oaklawn Park. Let's take it horse by horse and see if we can find a winner and some prices in this race. All right, I don't think there's going to be much speed in this race. There is speed, don't get me wrong, but there's just not much of it. So in my opinion, that always favors horses that are going to be near the lead, on the lead, or near the lead. So let's favor those horses, I think. We have a heavy favorite here. It's the number 1, Charlatan. This is the horse. This horse has the race to lose. It all comes through here. If Charlatan don't win or don't run any in this race, then it's pretty much anybody's ball game, probably. But number 1, Charlatan, consistent, been working out really good, consistent works. Bob Baffert, we know that Bob Baffert gets his horses ready to roll on big race days. It has an inside post. It should get to the early lead, one of the few that will. He might get out there all by itself, alone on the lead, and then if it likes the distance, 1 1/8, then it's lights out. In my opinion, it's morning line favorite, even money. You know, I hate those. I hate the chalk, hate betting favorites. This one's hard to beat, in my opinion. Number 2, my friend's Beer. That's a closer. Closer that doesn't have much pace to close in on, so I don't see this horse factoring in anything. Number 3, Mimosa. Might be in over his head in this field, so I'll skip number 3, Mimosa. Number 4, Gouverneur Morris. You know, Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez, you always got to watch out for these connections on big race days. It's improving speed figure, so this should be your, if you got number 1, Charlatan as your heavy favorite, this should be a clear second choice. Never a good idea to play first and second choice in the exactas and stuff, but if there's a horse that might be able to beat number 1, Charlatan, it's probably going to be number 4, Gouverneur Morris. Number 5, Jungle Runner, long shot, Steve Asmussen. The figures are not up to snuff, I think, up to par as some of these other ones. So skip number 5, Jungle Runner. Number 6, Shooter Shoot. Now, I enjoyed this horse. That was going to be my value of the race. If I was going to take a shot, no pun intended, with Shooter Shoot, this was going to be the horse I was going to try to beat Charlatan with, the number 6, Shooter Shoots. But I see that it's been scratched, so can't do that. But if the horse was running, I'd be betting this horse, number 6, Shooter Shoot. Number 7, Wrecking Crew. This horse should be laying off the pace a little bit. It's been working out well. The form is spotty. It's coming off a layoff. Not super excited about this horse's chances, but for exactas, trifectas, superfectas, it's worth putting this horse in there. Number 7, Wrecking Crew. Put him underneath in your exotics, in your vertical wagers. Number 8, Ano Dior. Ano Dior, I believe is how you say it. It's got some good works. This is interesting. This jockey Juan Hernandez and trainer Blaine Wright, I'm not too familiar with, but it's not too bad stats on these two. If you throw out the last race it ran, which is the Risen Star at Fairgrounds, you got a contender, especially in the exotics, so I wouldn't be afraid to use number 8, Ano Dior. It's an interesting horse. The ones in this race, this one, along with this next one we're getting ready to talk about, I think have a chance to beef up the prices in this version of the Arkansas Derby. Number 9, Winning Impression. To me, I think this is a legitimate long shot. Dallas Stewart, ever since I remember, I think it was the 2004 Kentucky Oaks. I remember watching that, and it had the winner, is it Lemon Drop Kid? Is that right? Something like that. Lemons Forever, I think it's called. It had lemons in there. I was so shocked by that long shot winning that I forgot its name. And then Dallas Stewart has had some bombs in the Derby. Maybe not win, but beef up those exotic payouts. So why can't this happen again with Winning Impression, the number 9 horse? It could outrun its odds. I think that'd be a wise horse to use underneath in your exotics. I might give this horse a chance if it had more speed to run at, but with the scratch of number 6 Shooter Shoot, that leaves pretty much number 1 Charlton, a heavy favorite, out there on the lead. I don't think you'll get much pace to run at, but number 9 Winning Impression, I think, has a good shot to be a really good horse to use in your exotics, exactas, trifectas, superfectas. Number 10, Crypto Cash. It's a closer for Kenny McPeak. Kenny McPeak usually doesn't win that often, or his horses don't win that often after the horse comes off a layoff. Seems like he takes his time, and maybe the first race back, it's not the one that you win. But this is the Arkansas Derby. It's a big race, so I mean, take a shot, I guess. I would think he would be trying to win this race. But I'm going to pass on Crypto Cash. There's some people that like this horse underneath, and underneath, especially in the 3rd or 4th spot, any horse has a chance, really. So I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm going to try to leave that horse, number 10, Crypto Cash, out of my tickets underneath. Because it's formed spot, it's coming off a layoff, and I don't see it. And the pace scenario, I don't think fits up for this horse. And number 11, Basin, another Steve Asmussen horse. Steve does well 3rd time off layoff. This horse has been raced a couple times since its layoff. This is his 3rd time, so maybe 3rd time's a charm here with Basin. And it's got his main rider, Ricardo Santana Jr., who's been riding well at Oaklawn. So that horse is definitely a contender. All right, now how am I going to bet this version of the Arkansas Derby, race 11, here at Oaklawn Park? It's a 1-horse race probably as far as win contenders. I think everything stacks up for this number 1 horse, Charlatan, to win. With that Bob Baffert, it's working good. It's just the distance. That's the only thing. I don't think the number 1 post is a big negative. It's got the perfect running style. Looks like the pace scenario is going to set up perfectly fine for this heavy favorite. So it's going to be very, very tough to beat number 1 Charlatan. So I'm not going to get too crazy in this race at all, if I even bet this race at all, because the chalk should win this race, and I am very anti-chalk. I'm allergic to chalk, so I'm not going to try to beat number 1 Charlatan. If I play it, which I doubt if I will, because I think there's better opportunities elsewhere on this wonderful card that Oaklawn put together and some of these other races. But if you want a little piece of the action, if you want to have a little stake in the game with race 11, the Arkansas Derby, then maybe use Charlatan if you're going to try to beef up the win price, or instead of taking the win price, look for other wagers, get a little creative, and try to beef up your payouts. So maybe you do an exacta part wheel. And the horses I would use underneath, well, 1/4, but remember, that's never a good bet typically. So I don't know what the payoff's going to be, what the probable's going to be, but I doubt 1/4 or 4/1 is going to pay much at all. So I would leave that one out. But for the sake of it, if you want a chance to cash an exacta, the most likely combination, that's going to come through, it'd be 1 and 4, and number 4 is Gouverneur Morris. Probably won't pay anything. So look for these combinations: 1 and 7, 1 and 8, 1 and 9, and 1 and 11. So that's basically 1 with Wrecking Crew underneath that's coming in second, or a No Dior coming in second, a Winning Impression coming in second, or number 11 Basin coming in second. We'll see what those payouts are. I doubt if you're going to make that much money. I tread cautiously in this race with that heavy favorite like that if it wins. Now, if something goes wrong with number 1 and it don't finish in the money, you're going to have huge payouts. But to sum it up, I like number 6, Shoot or Shoot, but I heard it scratched, so we can't use that horse. So that leaves us my next horse that I would be curious to see and maybe put a slight win bet on or use underneath somehow creatively is this number 9, Winning Impression. I'm really interested in the 15 to 1 morning line, see what this horse does. But I'm either abstaining from this race or treading very lightly. But if you want some exactas, if you don't think number 1 Charlatan get beat, maybe use the exactas 1 over the 4, 7, 8, 9, and 11. And you know, it's only $5 for $1, 10 for $2. And I'll probably throw out the 4 because it pays so low. But to each their own. But the main thing is we've got finally a decent horse race to watch. We've had some good ones, I ain't gonna lie, but this one has Derby implications, finally, a Derby trail race. So good luck to you. Hopefully you'll find a winner. If you get more creative, you think you could beat number 1 Charlatan, then you're gonna get paid, no doubt. But that would be my pick, Charlatan. I'm not gonna bet a win bet on it, never would at even money, even though it's probably a good safe bet, but I just don't do that. But maybe you could come up with some exotics, some exactas, trifectas, superfectas, maybe to beef up your prices. But I'm going to be watching the number 9 Winning Impression. Since my 6 horse Shoot or Shoot is out of the race, that's the one that's going to catch my eye, and I'm going to follow that horse and see how it does, and maybe put some of these exacta combinations together myself if they pay good with number 1 Charlatan over the top. But it's going to be tough beating number 1 Charlatan. Who do you like? I want to hear who you like in race 11, the Arkansas Derby at Oaklawn Park. Please leave a comment below. Tell me who you like. Tell everybody who you like. And if you have any opinions, I'd love to hear them. Hopefully you win some money. Good luck to you. And until next time, this is Weekend Handicapper. Happy handicapping, smart wagering. Hit that subscribe button.